Hello book friends, my name is Jen. Welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be my January TBR and some information about 2026 TBRs in general. I decided that 2026 was going to be the year of the spinner wheel. I have been watching other content creators do the spinner wheel, and it just seems like so much fun to do, but it's also, in my opinion, so much fun to watch. That being said, I did not create one spinner wheel. I did not create 2 or 3 spinner wheels. In fact, I created 4 spinner wheels for the year of 2026. I will not be spinning all 4 wheels every single month. And there may be some months where I go back to the Dragon Horde board that I used a little bit in 2025, just to shake things up a little bit. So let's talk about my spinner wheels really quick. I do have other videos, both on YouTube and on TikTok and Instagram, that talk a little bit more in depth about each one of these spinner wheels. My main spinner wheel is my 26 and 26. And I also have my continuing series spinner wheel. This one will be added to throughout the year. I have my Kindle TBR. This one may or may not be added to throughout the year. And last but not least, I have my first book in a series spinner wheel. So for the month of January, I am starting off with 2 books that are not on my spinner wheel per se. The first one is The Count of Monte Cristo. This is a thick girl right here. And I am part of a Discord. I can leave the TikTok creator's name in the description. And they are running over on FABLE a year-long read of The Count of Monte Cristo. So it will equal out to be about 9 or 10 chapters a month. And I think I can possibly handle that. I'm just using this to get my feet wet. There is a very real possibility that I will not continue The Count of Monte Cristo throughout the year, but right now, that's the plan. I also have a book club on Discord, which I can link in the description below, and we voted for January's book to be Dungeon Crawler Carl. This has been on my radar and on my shelf for a little while, and I honestly don't know why I haven't gotten to it yet. I have a feeling that I'm going to love this book so much that I already have plans to spend some of my Christmas gift cards on books in the series. And I also think that this will be a series that I don't wait very long in between books to read. This is also a book on my 26 and 26, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off of the spinner wheel. I'm going to spin 2 spinner wheels today, I think. Sometimes I have an idea in my head, and then after I see the books that I have, I feel like I could probably handle another book or 2, but let's just take this one spin at a time. So the first one is going to be my 26 and 26 spinner wheel. And it looks like we got KKE. I think that's how you say it. This one has been on my TBR for a while. I did get it in Book of the Month. And at the time, a lot of people were talking about it. But since then, I really haven't seen much talk about it recently. Let me go grab that book. All right, I'm back. Had to go upstairs to get it. So this is KKE. So a quick read of the synopsis. I won't read the whole thing. So begins KKE's story, the only daughter of the kingdom of Kekaya. She is raised on tales of gods, how they churned the vast oceans to obtain the nectar of immortality, how they vanquish evil and ensure the land of Bharat prospers, and how they offer powerful boons to the worthy. Yet she watches as her father unceremoniously banishes her mother, listens as her own worth is reduced to the marriage alliance that she can secure, and when she calls upon the gods for help, they never seem to hear her. Desperate for independence, she turns to the text that she once read with her mother and discovers a magic that is hers alone. With it, KKE transforms herself from an overlooked princess into a warrior, diplomat, and a most favored queen. But as the evil from her childhood stories threatens the cosmic order, the path that she has forged clashes with the destiny that the gods have chosen for her family. And KKE must decide if resistance is worth the destruction that it will wreak, and what legacy she intends to leave behind. This is a book that if I don't get to it this year, and for some reason I don't get to it in January and it doesn't come up in the spinner wheel again, it will probably be an unhaul. But I am excited to give it a try. All right, the next spinner wheel that we're going to spin is my Kindle TBR. So these are all of the books that I have either purchased in ebook format or I have on KU. And I haven't read anything on my Kindle since I finished Brimstone, so I'm sort of itching to get back into that reading format. So let's see what the spinner wheel has for us for this. The Sword of Kaigen. That's an exciting choice. This is, again, one that I have had on my TBR for a while. I read Blood Over Brighthaven in 2025 and absolutely loved it. I have no doubt in my mind that I'm going to love The Sword of Kaigen. So that's 4 books: Starting Count of Monte Cristo, Dungeon Crawler Carl, KKE, The Sword of Kaigen. I can either spin a continuing series spinner wheel or a start a new series spinner wheel. So let's go ahead and spin the continuing series TBR and see what we get. So I will be continuing Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I had this on an October TBR and just didn't get around to it. So this is actually pretty good timing. It will also close out a series for me. At the moment, I cannot find Mate, but I know it's in my house somewhere. So we have KKE, Dungeon Crawler Carl, Mate, The Sword of Kaigen, and beginning The Count of Monte Cristo. If you would like to follow me into 2026, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate all your likes, your comments, and your subscribes on my road to 500 subscribers. And you can also find my other social media information in the description below. Until next video, happy reading.